Sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. All right. So yeah, again, want to say shalom to you. Shalom. Good to see y'all coming in. Um, I'm gonna just tell y'all straight up. Today's show is going to be an eye opener. There's gonna be a lot of aha moments in this show today. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of aha moments. And I'm a book everything I'm saying in this show. It's going to be all biblically based. But the show's a response to a lot of questions I've been getting regarding husband and wife, women, dealing with women, why they so, people can't figure out why this certain the woman's acting a certain way, and past relationships, this, that, and the other. Also, the women that are watching this, the women that are watching, they're gonna bear witness to what I'm saying. And the other thing I was saying earlier is a lot of y'all in the past have who, if you followed Spiritual Combat for a while, I teach on this on the regular, on almost a seasonal basis. I'm teaching on what attracts women. A lot of what I teach with Spiritual Combat, period, is trying to shape you in a biblical way. Because like I said, as I move through this, I'm elating it with scripture. Okay? It's going to be scripture laden. And like I said, as I teach this, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, bring them out. Bring them out. I will address it. I think, but I really think a lot of people, they're gonna get a lot of clarity on situations in their life, on past relationships, on current relationships, on marriages. It's going to help them out. Okay? Because, like I said, this is a serious topic here. This is something that needs to be addressed. And like I said, I realized I need to just go ahead and do a show because I was getting questions from people on this thing, from different people. Just similar things though. Okay. So yeah, we're going to get this thing. It's going to be good. This is going to be a very informative show. All right. So let's see. Let's get this thing. What attracts women? All right. And I know a lot of y'all now I got to watch this. Let's see him book this, and what the heck is he even gonna say? All right. And what you're gonna find is, as I break this down, you're gonna kind of see. You're like, dang. You're like, people been telling me this, like, in one form or another. You've been kind of getting, especially if you've been following Straitway and everything like that, and listening to Pastor Dow. In one form or another, he's been pushing you in this direction. You just kind of haven't put it all together. But we're going to put it all together, and we're going to create Voltron. Or if you like one of the dudes, Brother John, he'd be like, because I'm old, so I say Voltron. He say the Megazord or something like that. All right, whatever that is. I think that's Dragon Ball Z or something. But anyway, we're going to get this thing. And let me see. We're gonna show you attraction according to the Bible. Okay? It's gonna all right, let me get my notes. All right. Back up. All right, let's see. Okay, so we got that. All right. So here we go. All right. So, just to make it, you know, we're going to kind of try to, somebody said, yeah. So, just to make it, we're going to kind of go in slowly, but at the end of the day, just to make it simple, women are attracted to men. So what you're going to see me break down, even when they do this gayfer thing or this lesbian thing, one of the women got to play the butch and the other one got to play the, you know what, okay? So no matter what, this dynamic is going on, but nowhere can it really be like women can imitate it, but let me tell you, man, you can't do it like a man. Like there's a power that Satan in this society is going above and beyond to castrate and emasculate. And this is why I'm always like spiritually castrated. I'm gay first, this, that, and other, soft, weak cupcake ass dude. I'm always harping on this all the time, even to the point where other ministries like, oh, he must be gay because he talk about that all the time. But no, it's literally almost the only issue out there, really, when you boil it down to it all. And Satan always coming in, like his main place that he tries to attack are relationships, is your masculinity. He got you strong. You the defender of the house. So he got to bind you first to come up in there and take everything else over. So we're gonna get all the way into this, y'all. I'm telling you, we're gonna boil it down to the, and it's gonna be a blessing to the women because then they can spot the soft, weak, effeminized dudes, which, like me, even if I don't want to see it, I see it. So it's like, and then the real dudes, that's them types of dudes. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes. All right. So we're gonna get it though. We're gonna boil it all the way down to everything. There ain't gonna be no wiggle room when I get done with this. And you as a man, you're gonna realize, okay, that's why if you've talked to me before, you're gonna realize, oh, that's why he said that. Or if you've watched my shows for a while, but you never heard me speak on this, you'll see why I say certain things and I'm adamant about certain things, okay? But at the end of the day, women like men, okay? Even the Bible says, the man was not made for the woman was made for the man. So Yah said he made her for you, okay? That's how he made it. Just like this cap. Let me get it on the camera. Okay. Oh, y'all can't see that. Let me get something the correct color. And speaking of the correct color, Brother Zedekiah, shout out to you, brother. Shalom, shalom. Appreciate it. The green hat that he sent me, green don't do good on here. Green in certain colors. Because, see, I got a green screen. So, shout out to Brother Zedekiah. Hit him up. Straitway hat. All about that action. All praises. All right. Check this out, y'all. This cap was made for this pen. Okay? I don't know if that's a good analogy. But anyway, she was made for you. The Most High Yah laid out how and what and for what reason she was made for you. A helpmeet to help you out. That is what she was made for. Okay? And what I tell men is when they treat a woman according to her Yah, the creator of the universe, when they treat her in a manner that Yah has ordained for that woman, for the spot for her to be in that, and they treat her in that way, things work out. Things work out. Okay? And I want y'all, listen, I'm like begging y'all, question what I'm saying. Scrutinize it. Throw the questions in here. I get them. Hit it. Hit it hard. Okay? And and we're gonna get our way into it through and through, boy. Woo! On the physical and on the spiritual and on the practical. Okay, we're gonna break it down. Okay, so yeah, all right. But she was made for man. So when you treat a woman like she is made for you, it creates attraction. But we're going to get into all that. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. So check out. Let me get some of these scripts. Okay? Y'all heard me on my last show when I got after that. Let's make this big so I can put it up here on the screen for y'all to see. Okay? Whoops. All right. Y'all bear with me. We're going to make this real big so it's easy to read. You know how we do. All right. Hold on. Just bear with me. Everything want to be different. All right. What y'all going to do is go to Sirach 9:2. And it amazes me people dealing with and this is how people kind of expose themselves and kind of show me that they ain't really studying nothing. Okay, it amazes me that when you go to Sirach, like the stuff Sirach breaks down, okay, that people struggle with, and it's right there in Sirach and it's in Proverbs. Okay, so look. Let's hit this thing. All right, there we go. I gotta get my show set all the way up. That was the problem. Okay, I'm gonna put it up here on the screen for y'all. It says, "Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance." You see what I'm saying? And you know a lot of dudes, man. It's like, oh, she's the end all be all, and they give themselves. Let's get that Proverbs. Let's get that Proverbs. Proverbs 31. Whoops. Okay, we're going to put it up here on the screen for you. Proverbs 31, verse 3. That's where we're going to go, okay? Wow. It's funny, when you're looking stuff up now, they don't even want you looking at the KJV version of it. So they got the new watered down standard and all this other stuff that comes up automatically, but no KJV. But anyway, we got it anyway. It says, "Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings." And let me tell you something. In my walk in this truth, and I'll briefly tell you about the path that I took coming into this truth. I see why Yah says to do stuff, and I see the results you get when you don't do. You get a curse when you go against book. Okay, when you go against what the book is saying, you bring a curse. You get a curse. What's a curse? The result you get when you ain't doing what the book say. You working against, what's laid out there. So check this out. All right. Let me see. Thinking the best way to go. So we got one more verse. Let's hit that thing Paul said. Paul said, he said, "I suffer not the woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man." The there's the other verse that says, children are their oppressors and their women rule over them. That is applicable to today. And now we're going to just move on into it. Okay, we're going to move on into it. The fact that women, even though a woman will fill that void and take that power, even though a woman will fill that void and she will take that power that you give her, at the end of the day, at an instinctual level, she gonna resent you for it. She gonna resent you for not making her feel like she could feel if you were in charge. You know, they'll come nagging at you, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. You know, oh, you shouldn't talk to me, oh, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, and most of them will never say it. At the end of the day, they don't want you putting them on a pedestal. Okay? This is the test I always do. And we have women in here listening. So I'm going to, and those women who've listened to this for a while, y'all will, I know y'all have seen me do this before. What I asked the women, I said, hey, in your relationships, what qualities did the man have that in that relationship that you was really attracted and hot and bothered and really had you know, that deep-seated attraction, and without, like, as sure as the sun rises, the women always say it was that dude who wouldn't give me my way. He was on his own path. I had to chase him. He wasn't licking my boots. He was just about, like, this is why women like so-called bad boys. A lot of people say women like thugs. It ain't women like thugs. It's the thug will put getting money or whatever else ahead of the woman. Why? A thug treats a woman in an unhealthy way now, but a thug treats a woman like she is made for him. The little simp nice guy treats the woman like he is made for her. And it's a turnoff because what? You're going directly against the order of Yah. It's like you going against gravity. And this is why a lot of people have issues in their relationships. Now, there's some other things that tie into that, but one of the main reasons, and it's like the plague out there, is because of that. Now, why is that so? Because society pushes that. Society pushes female worship, goddess worship. It's Satan behind it, wanting you to turn a woman into an idol. And an idol is anything you put in front of what the word says to do. So if you put her above the word, oh, well, I know I need to do this because the Bible says, but I don't want to get her mad. Idol worship. Ball's not swinging. You're weak. And you reap the harvest of that because the woman, deep down, it just doesn't create attraction in her. Okay? Yeah, it look like y'all done got quiet, man. Put a 100 up in there if you get what I'm saying. Put a 100 up in there. I want to make sure y'all with me. Because we're boiling this thing down to the bare essential. Now, consciously speaking, most of these women, the unregenerated women and stuff like that, they like to be worshipped. You know, I've given counsel to women before, and Man. Oh Lord, man. I ain't even dude, I could show you so many examples where this is, man. And like I said, there's stories that I could tell you that you probably wouldn't even believe. And I wouldn't say them on here either. And that's before I came into the truth. But let me tell you this. I can tell you this. Like, I've given counsel before, and they be like, you know, like they come to me, and this is in the past, nothing recent, but this is what they'll say. This is what it looks like on there, and they'll come to somebody, they'll be like, you know what? You know, he's nice, he's a good guy, and he's mannerable, and this, that, and the other. It's just, but I'm not feeling something about him, or this, that, and the other, blah, 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 you know? And they'll go to that so-called thug, that so-called bad dude. This a lot of women will cheat because of this reason, or break it off with a dude. And the dude, man, but I treat you like a perfect princess. I got you flowers once a week. I licked your boots and got you chocolates. And she's like, I know. She's like, they give you some retarded excuse. I know, and it's good. I do love you, but I gotta spend more time grooming my dog, so I just don't have time for a relationship right now. And you're like, but I will go get a dog groomer, you know, and you can't figure it out. Now you can, because old Michael Israel is showing you. It's because you're a cupcake. You are a pink cupcake with cream on top and a cherry. Your ass is soft. And the Most High did not set this thing up for you to be worshiping women. He told you that in the book. Paul told you that. You know, it's all through the book. But nobody's bringing that out because they're pushing Christianity. Like you won't, and Christianity and these religious, even in the Hebrew community, dude, I'm telling you, coming into these congregations, the first thing you got to look at is are the men acting gay, and are the women acting like men? Are the women running it, and the men are gay and got soft, effeminate cupcake spirits? You got to figure that out. And I'm just telling you, you don't see that in Straitway. As the name implies. All right, let's see what you said here, brother. You wrote, the man should not bend into the woman idolatry, or the woman bend idolatry into the man. Both must stand upright, be made whole, restored, righteous, and relationship. Exactly. It's both sides. Then women can submit. Right. But like I said, we addressing the men. Because, hey, y'all know, we get on them women now for being big mouth monsters. Being dragons. But I'm dragon slayer over here. And a lot of this, like most men aren't, at the end of the day, the man is the head. He is the head. So the responsibility lies on him to get his house in order, to man up. Ain't no excuses. And the book and Sirach tells you, if she won't go in the way, give her a bill of divorce. Tell her to keep it moving. Get her up out of there. Torah tell you that. Torah tells you, if she won't go in the way, keep it moving. But I'm telling you, I'm just keeping it 100. If you one of these, if you a cupcake with sour cream or whatever type of cream, whipped cream and a cherry on top, if you a pink cupcake, you ain't gonna tell them. You're not gonna tell them to get to stepping. Why? Because you worship. That's your God. You're gonna tell her to go. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the responsibility lies on the man to man up stand firm. And again, y'all have heard me teach this before. I got people who come at me, and I mean they just fight me, and they're on me, and they just they just come at me. All right, and I'm telling you, them people, like, what the issue is they know, like, these people who fight me on this thing, it be men a lot of times, and they, in their mind, they know what I'm saying is off. It can't be. There's no way. And that's because they've never ventured into the realm of standing up, standing firm, standing on what they're going to do. Oh, well, she going to get mad if you see what I'm saying? So it's not in their reality to see what would happen if you stood up. And she's like, oh. It's like, dang, he manned up. And then she gonna be like, what's that feeling down there? It feels like, oh, it's the naughty tingles. Yeah, because he's manning up. Okay? So that's what it is. All right. It's real talk. All right. Somebody said, yeah, I hear you, Michael. Woman worship like she's equal or even above. Okay, yeah. And literally when I say this, like, dudes get a twinge. They can't even put their finger on where that's coming from, but you've been raised that way in this society. The men who wrestle with this the most are men who grew up in female-dominated or single-parent female homes where the parent was just a mother. Like, to them, they just feel so bad inside. And in their mind, it's like, gotta be a sin. It gotta be a sin to be in charge of your house and lead it. It has to be a sin to stand up to her. Because it just feels so crazy inside me. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said Norway is so feminism, I get sick. Yeah. Hey. Hey, if you get sick in Norway, then you'd probably throw up here. But you know what? It might be worse over there, because I'll tell you what, this is something a lot of y'all don't know. A lot of them European countries are far more depraved than America. Like, we follow after them. Because I know I went to Italy back in the 90s, and, women run around, they breasts out and all types of, you name it, So, yeah, man, a lot of them countries are far ahead of us in wickedness. They got animal brothels in some of these European countries, And I'm sure they got that here, but it's low key. But yeah, they got all types of, they done went off. Okay? Okay, he said Norway and Iceland is on top in Europe. Yeah, see? So, it's real talk. And everything is going to tell you, don't stand up. Don't be a man. Like, everything's going to tell you this. Everything. Okay? Everything. TV. Your religious organization. Your mommy. Your daddy. Your friends. Your job. Your boss. Well, what does she want to do? Everything. And dudes can't figure out why they be getting divorced. This is why. When you stand up to a woman and she be like, well, if you do that, I'm leaving. Oh, okay. Well, you might as well go now then. Don't waste your time. I don't want to hold you up from your life. Go ahead and leave now, And they be like, All right, let me see what else I could get here. Let's get some more. All right. Let me see. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 4 tells you that, a leader should be one that rules his house well, having his children in subjection with all gravity. See what I'm saying? Check this out. In the Hebrew community, the reason why most of these organizations out here, the reason why you go there, you see the women dress all types of ways and all types of stuff out of order and things ain't right and it's just sloppy. The reason why you see that in a lot of these Hebrew Israelite organizations out here is because dudes like, I ain't standing up to her, and this be from the top down, out of order. Dudes ain't manning up. They not being in their house. So from the top of the ministry down. So naturally, they're not going to encourage the women to be righteous and line up with the book. They're not going to challenge. And at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, man, is not being afraid to challenge, having a King David spirit, a spirit of boldness. And the modern day Goliath are women today, to a lot of men. Where you got a spirit-filled brother that ain't playing around, you're going to be like King David to Goliath, while the whole nation standing on the hill, and they know what the book say. And you're like, go throw a rock at that mug's head. It's like, what y'all on here scared for when boom, 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 boom. But so-called Bible, I don't profess to be like the best, most knowledgeable Bible person, but I got the basics. And it's like you got people, they know this book in and out, and they live in a spirit of fear of women. Children are their oppressors, and their women rule over them. And what does that come down to? Well, why does it get that way? What gets it that way? Because women are overvalued. And right now, because I just said that, because I said there's too much value put on women, you can feel it in your spirit. I'm already like the evilest person in the Hebrew Israelite community. To a lot of Hebrews and a lot of people out there, I just sinned the unpardonable sin. You know what I'm saying? I just blasphemed the Catholic religion, the Hebrew Catholic religion. But women are overvalued. You put the word of Yah first. There's an order to it. Then the man, then the woman. You see what I'm saying? But check this out. Let me see what I got here. All right. I'm telling you, I think I'm playing with this thing, man. Let me show y'all what I got right here for y'all. All right. Let me make it nice and big so y'all know I ain't playing this. And it ain't just me talking. This is you. Why don't these Hebrew? Why don't a lot of y'all even know that this scripture is in Sirach or the Apocrypha, and this scripture is also in Deuteronomy. Okay, it says, "If she go not as thou wouldest, have her cut." If she goes not as thou wouldest have her, so if she don't do what you and go in the way and she ain't obedient, she a big mouth monster. It says, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Now, how come with these Catholic Hebrews, every time you bring, hey, man, my wife rebellious, she ain't doing this, she ain't doing that, boom, 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 blah, blah, blah. They're like, well, see, it's y'all men. They always twist it, and there's never any good information to help you get your stuff together. Okay? Ooh, let me show y'all something else, man. Why don't y'all ever hear this one? Look at this. Hold on, let me find this one. I'm gonna give y'all check this out. Why don't these Hebrew clown shoes, instead of making 2-hour long 8-part documentary series about me, Pastor Dow and me, why don't they tell you this scripture that you need to hear? That would actually help you in a practical way in your marriage. Look at this. Let me show you something else. This is something else they ain't gonna. Why don't they ever tell you that to correct the woman? Because if you love her, you're gonna correct her. All right. So let's hit that Sirach 22:18. Because when you do correct them, like Pastor Dow, apparently, because he been coming down the middle about these women the past week, about how out of order they are. And of course, you could do messages for a whole year on men and do a 2-day message on women, and then all hell break loose, and they getting PETA or whatever feminist organization they could get, So look at this. Because like I said, these groups never, and I'm telling you, because like I was looking, I was like, dang, nobody got no, what about when the woman out of order? Because that's the elephant in the room. It's all through the book. But why is everybody's messages on everything else but that? All right, so look, it says Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. I'm put up here for y'all to see. 22:19. He that pricketh the eye will make tears to fall, and he that pricketh the heart maketh it to show her knowledge. Okay? And I say this because they act like, and I'm telling, when I say in a lot of Hebrew circles, I'm regarded as one of the evilest people in the Hebrew community, is because I say, hey, sometimes you got to hurt women's feelings. Like, you can't spare their feelings in correcting them. A lot of men get manipulated by women because they're, I can't believe you would say that to me. And the dude be like, oh, I'm sorry. And he come on with roses and chocolates, and she be like, oh, boot licking ass nigga. And be turned off, manipulate you, and keep the power. Okay? Look, and that should sound your cupcake alarm. We'll put it up there. Don't be a cupcake. I'm telling you. All right. It's, I see how the Roof's put in there. It's fear. A lot of dudes, again, that spirit. At the end of the day, let's keep it 100. I'm glad you put that there. Look, at the end of the day, all this is the spirit of fear. And the Most High is not giving you a spirit of fear. Dudes are scared of women. They don't fear Yah. They fear women. It's like when the Bible makes something so plain, why would you go against it when it's so plain and so basic? Y'all think I'm playing. See, y'all don't see some of the stuff I done seen. I've literally watched people out here teach the masses in the Hebrew community. I have watched them go through almost every single scripture that talks about, I suffer not the woman to teach, that Sarah, love them as the Lord and all this stuff, and go through every concrete, solid, surface level scripture where even a kindergarten could get the meaning of it. And I've watched them go through and twist every one to feminist sake, towards a feminine. They twist it. Oh, that don't really mean that. That just mean they serve each other. And this, that, and just twist every single scripture. And it's sad. So that people can continue to operate in the spirit of fear. And I promise, Man, I'm not playing, dude. Women, I'm telling you, in this religion thing, there's a lot of phoniness. There's a lot of woman worship, and it's not. I'm telling you, man, there is a lot of woman worship. I mean, that's all I can say. Period. Operating in the spirit of fear of women and not Yah. And then when you come down the middle with a spirit, with fear of Yah and what He say, you become the biggest. Woo! You get it. You get it. Madison, come here. What? So yeah, man, it's not a game out here, man. What? Sammy out there? Mm-hmm. Okay, what y'all watching?
Oh, I'm just watching 10 unbelievable exist animals that were.
Okay, all right. So yeah, moving forward, going back to what attracts women, a lot of men are in relationships, and what they do in their relationship, they hearken under what she says and kind of low key try to keep her happy and this, that, and the other, and they're not willing to go against the grain with her because a lot of dudes is just, they're passive. They've been taught to go along to get along and just keep her happy. Well, I don't want to make the house upset. And they, and they're in these marriages and they're out of order. And a lot of times, all these women are rebellious. I've seen dudes where they're like, man, the women were rebellious and they don't listen and that. And it's like, dude, like they just expect, like, a lot of times, if y'all got married in sin, you got to get your house in order. But dudes don't want to go through that aspect, and doing that will actually make them a real man, a real man who's willing to enter into conflict, who shoots straight, who come down the middle. Or like if you watch these old movies, the strong, silent type, right? And literally, if you look at what the word says. The law, statutes, commandments will force you to be a masculine man that creates the feeling of attraction, because you're not going to hearken unto her. It, like, literally, when you look at all the law, statutes, and commandments, if you did it, but most dudes are too scared to go through with it all, but if you actually did it, it would create attraction in your marriage. And if it didn't, it saved you a life of heartache, and it saved you a lot of time because you give her a bill of divorce. You keep it moving. All right. Brother Jan, he said polygyny destroys all feminism. Polygyny destroys a woman's power. It does. Dude, that's why when I say these folks went berserk, the closer I got with Straitway, the more berserk they started going, and he has 2 wives. Oh, he has 3 wives. And it's like, dude, but that guy over there is gay. Why are you worrying about him having 3 wives when book don't say nothing about that? But it does say don't be a gayfer. It does say, the emasculated cupcake spirit will get you, a hot bath in fire, It says they won't inherit the kingdom of Yah, but they ain't tripping on that. In fact, you see a lot of, it's on the rise, you see a lot of openly homosexual Hebrews now. Or I can't say openly homosexual, but definitely feminized Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that's coming, though, the other part. You see a lot of men who can't figure out why they ain't in a relationship yet. You see what I'm saying? It's tight, but it's right, man. It's tight, but it's right. All right. Let's see. Somebody put, we live in the happy wife, happy life society. But like Pastor Dow says, damn it, if I am not happy, I am tearing the whole house down. Yep. That's right, man. It's like, man, people get mad. Dude, people get big mad when you begin. This is a widespread spirit of that Jezebel spirit in women and that pushover, soft Ahab spirit in men, or whatever you want to call it, this domineering spirit that's in women and this pushover, jelly back, cupcake spirit that's in men is widespread, y'all. You don't understand how widespread this emotional, sensitive spirit in men, where they like, and I ain't gonna say emotional sensitive, but like these men who are very easily agitated and frustrated. So they just kind of, well, yeah, but just don't feel right here. It's like a plague out here. The cootie virus ain't got nothing on this. All right. So what he put? Elijah put. What about while courting a female? What do you mean? Elaborate on that, brother Elijah. What are you asking? I'll tell you this. When I'm, I don't court females. At some point, I might take on a second wife, but I'm not out there courting females. I'll put it to you like this. I'll tell you a couple things. Number one, knowing what I know now and really being deep in this word, I would let elders or an elder who could sign off on that woman, because all she got to look is good. I mean, that ain't hard to do. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of attractive women. She just got to meet my physical standards. And at the end of that, I'm gonna have a trusted man who could sign off on her, and then there needs to be a trusted man who could sign off on me, and then everything will work. But and that's why you need to be around some real ass dudes. But I will tell you this: after going through, and I'm unique now because I've been in this type of study since I was 26 years old. I've been in this type of study as far as male-female dynamics and mass. I can discern what do you want to call a woman? Jezebel woman, and I could discern a woman's mindset without even talking to her. Most of the time, I could eliminate 90% of them just by looking at her. 90% of women, I could just write them off just without ever talking to them, without them ever even having to see me. I could just look at what their hair and how they dress. A lot of them, and then talking to a woman, I could further eliminate where she coming from, and then boom, narrow it down. So I don't know if that's what let me see if that's what you were talking about, Elijah. I was trying to give you time to answer there, but I'll wait. Someone said, I was once a soft, manipulated man, but not no damn more. Ananias. Hey, what's going on? Let's see. So he'll put it in there. We got time though. All right, Jan put a man acting like a woman won't come in. He's not doing his role. Exactly. And it's clear. The book is clear on that. But you look around the Hebrew community, and I'm saying, even in the so-called Hebrew community, you're going to see it. It's widespread. It's like, dude, you think this stuff that's repeated all through the book is not happening now? Like, that's how these dudes be acting. Like, what are y'all doing? And apparently, because I've been watching Pastor Dow's message the past week or whatever, apparently he getting flack on it or something. Now, and that's on social media, because when you do stuff on Facebook, you know, spirit's gonna manifest. But hey, all right, let's see. All right, okay. So let's get some more scripts. See what y'all. And like I said, y'all got any questions, comments, concerns? Put them in there. Let me see. Check this out. I'm going to show y'all something else. I got to show y'all something else. Y'all know, those of you who followed me for a long time, you know I always bring this one out. Let's see. Man. All right, there we go. So check this out. Hey man, this is what I'm talking about. Like this, like you've heard these scriptures before, but nobody ever got the meat off the bone for them for you, so you can understand what it's really saying. Okay, this is my problem with these groups out here. This is why they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing outside of anything, because they from the foundation they off. Check this out, y'all. And this is why I look for this. I look to see if this was going on, because this is an indicator. Check it. Look what it says here. It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. Okay, Satan gonna creep up in there. You gotta be y'all. You gotta let him swing. You gotta man up. All right, you got. I'm telling you, and it's like dealing with some of this stuff. Like dealing with it's like when you initially begin to go into this, you feel like you the crazy bad guy or something, because it's like so alien to how everybody else is operating. But yet they go through one divorce after another, and their wife is just turned off to him, and he don't feel good about himself. He got low self-confidence. And that's what it comes down to, man. These dudes ain't got confidence. And that's what the Most High Yah is trying to give them. Somebody said, I'm 22, and I feel like she's wifey material, but only known her for like a couple weeks, and she still in college. That's the naughty tingles. You feel like she wifey material 2 weeks and you 22. That's called hormones and penetrate that. I mean that. I'm just keeping it 100, but I'm just telling you 1,000. You don't. I'm just telling you, bro. And look, when I got my first piece, I felt like she was wifey material. My toes was like this. I'm like, look, and this is look. And look, let me hit you with a script on that, because you think, oh, Michael Israel over here talking. I ain't talking. Look. Y'all chime in them comments for this brother. Look, I'm a book what I'm saying. You think I'm playing around, and I don't want to play. Like, I'm not trying to clown you or nothing. I'm just, this is what the old head's going to say, you know? And I'm breaking down on what you said, because you said, I feel. And then right there, I'm like, uh-oh. I don't like that feel word, because love ain't a feeling. Lust is a feeling. You know, love is something you're doing. You know, keeping the commandments, boom, 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 boom. You know, the naughty tingles is a feeling, okay? All right, hold on. Now look, I'm gonna hit you with that. 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 22. Put it up here. It says, flee also youthful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, charity. Now that's love, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. It says, flee youthful lusts. You're too you know, lusty, for lack of a better word. Okay? And I know this goes, what I'm saying, I know, like, cause I know what I felt like when I'm telling you, I was a seed making factory. I was the daggone seed store. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was shooting seed like a seed factory. I don't know how else to put it. So I know what it's like to be 20, and the only thing you could think of is put kids in that. You know what I'm saying? And call it love. Like, that's what I call it, you know. But you gotta pray for y'all for power to come out from that. One of the things I tell y'all youngins is, man, you gotta work. Get to work. Like, if you work hard, it's hard to be all lusty and all that. But he laughing. All right, that's good, brother Elijah. You got a good spirit on you, cause I know, son. Hey, look, let me tell you. Look, and I'm being Michael Israel will keep it real with you, man. Check this out. When I was like 24, 25, there was this chick I was messing with. I had smashed a couple times, and I called my brother, you know, and I was like, yeah, man. I was like, this, that, and the other. I really feel good about this girl, because, you know, and basically it's because I was smashing it. But I was like, I really feel good about her because, you know, I really like her, and this, that, and the other. And my brother, being an older G, he was like, he didn't hear none of that shit. He was like, how many kids she got? And I was like, 3. He's like, man, cut her ass off, man. He's like, you didn't want to mess with that. I was like, but I really like her. I was starting to cry like a little bitch. All right. And he was like, you need to cut her off, man. She gonna be she trying to shake you down because she see you got a house money, this, that, and the other. He's like, no, she really likes me. And he's like, cut her off, man. And then I got off the phone with him, went in the laundry room, cried like a little bitch for a minute, came out the laundry room and broke it off. I broke it off, okay? But you gotta flee youthful lust. Again, I will tell you in a minute, 90% of men, and that's a low ball estimate, 90% of men are bad relationship material, and 90% of women are bad relationship material. And they're all virgins. They all tell you they virgins. Unless you looked at that puss and verified it yourself, if she ain't got no dude to sign off on that fact, then, you know, they all virgins. When they come to you, they all tell you that. She a virgin to you because you ain't smashed. But you see what I'm saying? You got to pull all that out of there. So my recommendation, you know, and it's tough. It's tough once you've met a chick and y'all start talking. Because, and like I said, I'm just giving the brother some counsel on the situation. But when you're dealing with these women, or men dealing, or women dealing with men, like what I do, I move as far to say as I'm ruthlessly brutal with my time. And when I was out dealing with women, I was looking for the quickest, most minute way to disqualify them and cut them out and not have nothing to do with them, because your emotions get in there too quick and they begin to cloud your common sense and your wisdom. That's why this tells you flee youthful lust. It didn't say resist it. It didn't say, oh, well, I could go over her house and hold hands and do a Bible study. And then fast forward and it's a porn video. It's like some boom chicka woom going on. And you ain't study NAM script. All right? It says flee youthful lust. It said run from it. Flee it. Don't try to stand and resist it. It's like, because you can't. It's impossible. It's like you got too much testosterone and hormones popping off, and she do too. I mean, I ain't gonna go in the heart. All right. Brother Bernard said, please listen. If nothing else, you will have a 18-year. He said, if nothing else, you will have an 18-year headache with enemy all in your business. Yeah. So what you got to do is, what you got to realize is that if you ain't got elders involved, like if she doesn't have an elder over her who's in the truth, or some man in the truth, in Straitway or something, who knows her, who could sign off on her, and you don't have somebody over you who could sign off on you, the chances of this playing out in a bad way are in the 90s, not 90%, in the 90s. And you can't see it because you're young, you're 22. And folks don't like to hear that. But if you in your 20s, you young. You don't know nothing. I didn't. I thought I did. I felt like I did. Shoot, now here I am 43, and I realize I don't know shit. Right now, at 43. You'll see. And then you get around somebody like, you know, in their 50s. I got dudes around me in their 50s. And when they start talking, I shut up. I be like, and then if I feel something come up, but I tell that thing to shut up. Don't even come up. I was like, let me consider what this dude's saying. All right. So yeah, man. So yeah, man. The older you know, the more you know you don't know, and the more you know you need wise counsel around you. And man, when I was 16, I was like, I remember thinking, oh man, I can move out to New York now. We used to go sneak out to New York at night. Man, at 16, I was like, man, I could go live out in New York, man. I could do good, man. I was like, why am I up in this house? 16. Man, shit, you couldn't pay me to go live somewhere without a bunch of wise brothers around me now. That is wisdom, y'all. All right, Zedekiah. Got the hat. Big old facts. Appreciate it, brother. He said he 22 and needs to control the hormones. Stop thinking. Yeah, you know. And I know you can't see that, bro. You got to pray to see and understand. Like I tell people every show, I know y'all think I dyed my hair like this to match my outfit that I was going to wear today, you know, and then I didn't dye the back of it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like, oh man, Michael Israel styling with them platinum highlights. No, this is gray hair. Each one of these is a dumb mistake. Each one of them. You see all them? Probably 3 dumb mistakes, then a gray hair pop up. Okay? Trust that, man. We trying to save you, bro. All right, let's see. Proverbs 11:14. Where there is no counsel, the people fall. But in a multitude of counsel, there is safety. Yeah. I don't like making moves. And I've had to make some moves even recently without counsel, but I don't like doing it. Especially when I got older people around me and I can bounce stuff off them, see where they coming from. I'm telling you, man. So, yeah, man. All right, so let me hit this brother with this because, like I said, and, brother, you could email me. My email's right there in the comments. You could email me if you want to talk and really lay down what's going on. Maybe there's more information involved. But let me hit you. I'm gonna hit y'all. I'm gonna hit you with a script, man. And this is gonna show you a lot. All right. And y'all, a lot of y'all know I hit this one a lot, but it's just so heavy. All right, brother Elijah says. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, covetousness, which is idolatry. So inordinate affection is like an excessively large, intense liking. Evil concupiscence is evil sexual desire, like lust, okay? So that's telling you, man, you got to really understand the dangers and all the stuff that could play out with this thing. Like I said, you can hit me up. All right. Shalom, man. Good to see you tuning in from Germany. All right. That's good. Where there? Okay. So just email me. I know the way it is, man. You know, I know the way it could be. But there's brothers in here, and there's brothers I can introduce you to who literally, they could tell you your story right now, and they went through with it, and what you could do is fast forward 30 years later or whatever on that story and see what could happen. I'm telling you, unless y'all diligently grounded in this thing, man, the chances of it being off are high. So yeah, man, email me. Let me know who you are, and we'll talk. I'll hit you up. You know, you give me your number or whatever. I'll give you some guidance. But what you're gonna find is the more personal, the more universal. No, but she's different. She's different. You get up in that puss, find out she ain't a virgin, and then immediately starts going down the drain, or something else come up. I've seen it all, man. I've been doing this for a minute, you know. So yeah, man. But apparently that was the purpose of this whole show, was to, you know, reach your brother, save him. A lot of court trips. I got some brothers I can let talk to you too. They'll tell you they war stories, you know. Hey, look, let me say this. Cause like it was so dangerous when I learned, before I came into the truth, I learned what attraction was, and I'm telling you, I was like a toddler with a loaded machine gun, okay. And if it wasn't for the Most High, I would have caused some major destruction out there. Luckily, it was only for a short season, and then I met Koya Israel, and everything else is, you know, here we are, okay. But even in the truth, with the proper grounding, all that stuff like that, it can still be tough. You beginning, I think you get it. Y'all get it, you know. And there's brothers in here, they know. These brothers get it, man. Brother Mitchell, he put a 100 in there. He get it. He know. These brothers know, man. We got some wise people around here. So yeah, y'all. But hopefully I hit on a lot of it. And if you can type in my past lessons, and I'm gonna do more again. If you type in biblical masculinity, you can get you'll see me break this down to a meticulous level on how you need to be and what your mindset needs to be as a man, of a biblically masculine man. And this is how I deal with the men. It's hard. It's hard for a man to be a man. Women got it easy. All they gotta do is shut the hell up. Fight that thing that puts that shit in your head so you're not being a shithead. All right? Like their thing is very straightforward. Our model is Christ. We got to look at how Christ dealt with the church. He would correct them. He'd give them a bill of divorce. He gave the northern tribe a bill of divorce when they were out. Like, our model is heavy. We got a lot to do. So yeah, y'all. But anyway, man, I hope this was a blessing to y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Definitely subscribe, like, share, get the word out, hit the notification bell button, whatever it is, so you receive the notifications when I'm on here. and just consider this stuff. Look the verses up for yourself that I put out here. I know I got kind of sidetracked. If I feel led, I will go in on this topic even deeper. Okay. But there's a newfound, we are shifting, and even down here, you ask any of the brothers down here in Straitway, Florida, they know, they feel it. We done shifted into another gear because there's a heightened sense of urgency to get shit together. Get your house together, get your wife in order, get your children in order, get finances, your protection, self-defense in order, your food game, get that thing tight. Get ready, man. This thing is, I'm telling you, y'all, it's getting real, man. It's getting real, y'all. I'm not here to tiptoe through the tulips with people. Like I'm just, it tells you to cry aloud and spare not and lift up your voice like a trumpet and show our people their ways. And hey, that's why I got the hurt feelings reports on my website over there, so that if your feelings get hurt, just fill out that report, but still listen to what I'm saying, you know? And we got to attack this thing with a renewed sense of diligence. And, you know, you ask any of the brothers or sisters here in Straitway, Florida down here, man, we shifted gears, man, because there's some things I'm seeing, man, with what's going on and what they're saying and this vaccination thing. It's like, man, it's like, damn, this thing is wrapping up. I'm watching what they doing with these guns and how these the government and the people getting ready to be banging. And Most High told us, come out from among them. Let them bang with the government. That is written. There's going to be seditions. It calls them seditions. And that they're not going to regard their princes and kings. Get your stuff together, man. You got a big mouth woman. Either get her ass in order or put her ass away. Because a lot of y'all, these big mouth women going to get y'all killed. But that comes from a jellyback ass dude, right? Brother Elijah, his email address is written in the description box. Yeah. My email is in the description on this video. Let me make sure. Y'all, let me see. I can check right here. Hold on. Let me make sure it's in there. Nope. Oh, yeah, it's there. Yep, it's there. Yep. I don't know why that COVID article keeps getting posted, but it does. So, yeah, that's my email. It's info@spiritualcombat.org. Okay? And I appreciate y'all, man. You know, y'all need to, I'm encouraging people, man, be about that action. Don't let nobody hold you back. Be about that action, man. Be about that action, boss. The model's right there in front of you. All right. Anyway, with that said, I'm Michael Israel. My food just is here. I'm getting ready to go eat because I have not eaten a thing all day. So I'm going to go grub down. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And with that said, shalom, shalom.